Yes, Carter got suspended on the second day of summer camp. So I answered the phone, and lady was just like, yeah, she witnessed Carter touching another child inappropriately. She saw him do it twice to two different little girls. So I'm just like, fuck. Okay. All right. She's like, he can't come back tomorrow, and y'all have to pick him up today, like now. And I'm like, okay, I'm at work, but it's Tuesday. His dad is normally off on Tuesday, so I'll call his dad to come pick him up. He's on his paperwork, so I'll just tell him to pick him up, and maybe he'll just bring him here. We'll work that out. But when will he be able to come back? She's like, yeah, he can come back on Thursday, but he cannot come back tomorrow, and you have to pick him up now. It's like, all right, cool. Hung up with her, called Terry. I was like, hey, Carter got suspended for summer camp. He was like, what? I'm like, yeah, apparently he was touching some little girls inappropriately, and they suspended him for tomorrow. He can go back on Thursday, but they want me to pick him up today, but I'm at work. And he was just like, I can't go pick him up. I'm doing something. I'm like, I'm at work, and I know that you are off. I'm like, can you just go pick him up? You can bring him to me at work, but we're literally in the middle of clinic, and they want him to be picked up right now. I cannot just up and leave and go pick him up. And I'm like, and I got Kion already here with me. He was just like, I'm doing something. I can't go pick him up. I was like, okay, all right, don't worry about it. I will figure out how to get Carter. Like, I'll figure out, like, because I know you're not working. He was like, okay, but I'm doing something. I'm doing something. I'm like, all right, it's fine. Whatever. Hung up the phone. Hung up the phone, talked to my manager. My manager let me leave to go pick up Carter from summer camp and bring him back to the job. When I picked him up, I talked with the lady. I apologized with the lady, and I let her know that if the parents of the the little girls want to have a conversation with me, they can. Just let them know that I am sorry, and I'm going to make sure that this does not happen again. So when Carter got in the car, I was just like, I'm whooping your ass when you get home, right? He was like, but they're lying. I didn't do it. I'm like, I don't want to hear that their lines shit. I do not want to hear that they're lying. I don't. I'm whooping your ass when you get home. Because in the new custody agreement, it does not say that we cannot do corporal punishment. So I'm just like, nigga, you about to get a good can of whoop ass, because that's what your ass need. You with your disrespectful ass, you need a whipping. Like, ugh. So get back to the job. I text Terry, let him know that I had them pick Carter up, and I also let him know, like, look, I've been trying to have a conversation with you about, Carter's behavior. I've been telling you that he's been like touching inappropriate here at the house, because Jackson had to punch him a couple of times for touching him. Like, don't, because he do it thinking that it's funny, touching little booties or whatever. He do it thinking that it's funny, and it's like, no, it's not funny. Like, stop. Where you get that from? Because I'm like, Jackson don't do that. Kaya don't do that. You the only person that do that. So I'm texting Terry. It's like, look, I told you that we needed to have a conversation with, Carter about his inappropriate touching when I first talked to you about it. But you keep trying to make it seem like it is my fault. And I'm just like, I told you Carter is always around adults when he's with you. He needs to be around more children so that you can see how he interacts with children and he can build his social skills. I'm like, he go from school to your straight to your mama's house every day. He's always just sitting in the house with your mom. He is sitting in the house with his grandma after school every day when he could be in the after school program or something. I'm like, I even get CAPS. I'm telling you, like, CAPS is like the assistance to help pay for like daycare, summer camp, and all that. I'm like, I get that. It can help. You can put him in something after school. He needs to be in something. He needs interaction with kids outside of school, because how Carter is around kids is not good. It's not. And the fact that I put him in a summer camp and it cost me $275 for the week, and he got suspended on day 2. I don't like that. I don't like that. And you know what this mofo gonna tell me? He tells me that, oh, Carter only does that when he's with you. He doesn't do that with me. And you want to talk about Carter. Jackson be on the phone. Him and Carter be around Jackson, and Jackson be on the phone cussing. Him and his friends, they all in the group chat cussing. Like everybody that I have Carter around, they say there's no issues with Carter, this and that. And I'm just like, what Jackson and his friends cussing got to do with your child touching other kids inappropriately? Nothing whatsoever. But every time I try to have a conversation with you about what I witnessed with Carter so that we can fix it before it gets out of hand, you try to make it about me, what I got going on in my life, or about Jackson. Like, can we stay on topic here? Let's stay on topic. Let's talk about Carter. Like, you just proved my point that like he is always around adults. He is not around children. You are 43 years old. Okay? I think he was older at that time. Yeah. Because at 43, when he was 43, Carl was like 4. He in his late 40s. Like, you in your late 40s. Everybody on your side of the family are older. His sister is 6 years younger than his mom. You know? So it's like, it's one of those, like, come on. His cousins, everybody on your side are around my age. There's no kids for him to play with. So he is constantly around adults, constantly being in adult environments, in adult conversations. And I'm like, and I even told you about the stuff that I found on his phone from his YouTube history. And it's like, every time I try to talk to you about the things that I'm witnessing with Carter, you make it my fault. Like, oh, you don't call him. You don't tell him you love him. He think that you don't want him around. And I'm just like, none of that makes sense. None of that, like, if you trying to make it seem like it is my fault, but then at the same time tell me that he is with you 95% of the time. He literally said he's with me 95% of the time. How is it my fault that Carter is disrespectful? How is he picking up anything on my end if I only have him 5% of the time? Let you tell it. I only have him 5% of the time, and then I don't talk to him but the day before I come pick him up. Let you tell it. So how is any of this, how Carter is my fault? So we just going back and forth. So he's constantly trying to tell me how it's my fault. I'm just like, look, I just want to let you know that I'm with Carter when I get to the house. He's like, okay, that's fine. Okay, whatever. I'm like, all right, cool. We get to the house. When we get to the house, I'm like, Carter, go in your room. He's like, but they're lying on me. No, don't. I'm like, go in your room. I'm going to go get my belt, and I'm going to come in there. Carter went in his room. When he went in his room, I went in mine, got my belt, went in his room, and I was just like, so, do you understand why I'm about to whoop you right now? He was like, no, I didn't do anything. They lied on me. They are lying on me. I'm like, Carter, I do not want to hear that. The teacher said she saw you. She saw you. She did the write-up. So they not lying on you. He's like, but they are lying on me. I didn't touch anybody. They're lying on me. I'm like, Carter, all right, turn around. I'm like, turn around. I'm going to give you 3 licks because you have to learn. So I'm like, turn around, face the wall. He's like, no. I'm like, Carter, turn around, face the wall. So I raised the belt and I swung. When I swung, he had them drop down, and I missed. I'm like, Carter, stop, stand up, because I'm like, you, boy, stand up. Do not move, because I'm trying not to whoop you out of anger. I'm trying to remain calm. Do not move, okay? He's like, yes, ma'am. I'm like, turn around, look at the wall. He did. I swung. This time when I swung, he kicked his leg up, and the belt hit the like his calf. He was like, oh, I'm like, Carter, stop, reset. Let's just reset. Turn around. I'm gonna do it again. I'm like, sit still. Do not move. Okay? Don't move. You got 2 more licks. 2. He's like, yes, ma'am, but they lying on me. I'm like, Carter, listen, you got 2 more licks. That's it. Turn around. He turned. I swung again. When I swung this time, he had them turned around, like turned towards me, and it hit him on his arm. I'm like, Carter, sit still. sit still, okay? Sit still. He was like, okay, okay. And then he turned around. Last time I swung, hit him on his butt. And when I hit him on his butt, and I'm like, all right, that's it. We're done. Like, it's done. Now, do you understand why I had to give you a whipping?